What it do? What it do? We are back for episode 3. Entertained IRL, baby. You know the guy on the other side of the screen. Rye guy.
And me. I got some tea with me.
Oh, shit. Me as well.
Oh, what you know about some sweet tea?
Oh. That is by far the best thing on planet Earth. Okay, maybe not the best thing, but it's close. It is close.
Big booty bitches.
Yes.
Tea. Right there.
Facts. I guess, can they be the same thing because the body is tea?
I see what you did there.
You like that? Like that?
I do like that. Yeah, that was good.
Rye guy, what's on the agenda this week?
Whole lot of nothing. And by that, I mean, we'll talk about Black Ops 7 in a little bit, but going to be switching it up a little bit. Starting off with some movies.
Oh, my gosh.
Again, the whole point of this podcast is doing a little bit of media as well. So we're going to take our first dive in at movies.
I like it.
First thing that we thought would be the easiest segue, best video game movie adaptations. Again, I don't think they've had a good report, but as my list has shown, maybe over the last several years, we've been getting a little better. So covering what we want to, we're going to jump into top 5 best video game movie adaptations ever made. Sam, you want to start us off?
Dude, this was a lot harder than what I thought it was going to be with you.
A little bit.
I was going through. Now, I didn't communicate this with you, and I feel bad. I did put a TV show in here. Okay?
What the heck, man?
I apologize. It is my number 5, so it's not going to be too much. Do we want to do 5 through 1?
Yeah, we can do 5 through 1. And a little disclaimer I want to add is I know there are really good movies that I probably missed in here, but I strictly did the ones that I watched.
Correct. Yeah.
So there are some that I never got around to. Maybe they're great, but these are the ones I specifically watched.
I agree. I second that. So my number 5, and again, TV show, not a movie. I apologize. The Twisted Metal franchise.
All right.
Dude, the Twisted Metal TV series was phenomenal. And I'm so glad that they had another one. Another season, and from what it looks like, they're planning on season 3 and season 4. But again, a game that I love playing, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2. Dude, the fact that they came out with a TV series and they used a lot of elements from the game. And did you watch it all right?
I'm going to disappoint you here. I never really played the game all that much either.
I am older than you by a couple years, but yeah, that was it's a great game. First of all, that could technically, I guess, be your first ever car battle royale game.
I've always heard good things about it. So, I mean, I've talked to you about the show. You've always seemed to like it.
Yeah, dude, I love the show. So, again, it's an old video game that I played when I was a kid, and the fact that they came out with the TV show, I was able to watch that and, reminisce with some friends that also played the game previously. But the fact that they used some of the music, too, from the original game, it just gets you pumped, man. I love it.
Gets the nostalgia going.
Gets the nostalgia going.
I like it.
What's your number 5, Rye?
All right. Since I did movie rankings, I did the Warcraft movie from 2016. For that, kind of holds a special place because it's my first iteration or exposure to the World of Warcraft universe. Yeah. Never played the games before that. I had a buddy who was super into it. He's like, hey, we should go and watch this movie. And from a fantasy setting, very good movie.
Yeah.
Not like Lord of the Rings or anything, but it's entertaining to watch. I think the only thing that has it at number 5 for me is there's a lot you miss from the movie if you don't understand the universe.
Correct.
Like they put a lot of subtle things in there. Like you don't realize who Khadgar is or Medivh or Gul'dan. And actually going through and playing through the games now, I have a much better appreciation. And I actually rewatched it within the last year and I'm like, a lot of these plot points make a lot more sense. But overall, good movie.
Yeah, the wife and I just watched it, I think like a month or 2 ago. Again, being a huge WoW fan, that's my number 4 is World of Warcraft. So yeah, I think it unfortunately did very poorly in the United States because I don't think a lot of people understood the lore behind it. Now again, could that movie have been better in general? Yeah, absolutely. But for its first try at it, I don't think they did a bad job of it at all.
Oh no.
it's definitely it definitely did way better overseas, and unfortunately with how bad it did here in the US, man, it really hurts me to say that I don't know if we'll ever get another one. But yeah, great top five for you there.
Plus my girl Garona.
Yes, absolutely.
Looking real nice.
Well, yeah,
All right, well, that was an easy segue.
Yeah.
Good planning. My number 4, Tomb Raider from 2001.
Okay. That's with
Angelina Jolie.
Angelina Jolie. Yep.
Who,
Nice.
might I say, good actress to try to hit the proportions of the video game Lara
gosh.
Croft. Minus like the triangle tits that Lara Croft had in the video games. Very, very good action movie. I forget if it was the first movie or like the sequel, Cradle of Life, but also one of the first movies I remember seeing Daniel Craig in.
Okay.
Good old James Bond.
Yeah.
But again, super cool movie, good action movie. I think I knew it as a movie before a video game. It only came like a year or so later that I realized it was based off of that. Had the original Tomb Raider game for the PS1.
Okay.
So I thought the character was modeled after Angelina Jolie, which it probably was.
That fit perfectly. Square breasts. Yes.
Triangle
breasts. Nice.
All right, what's your number 3?
My number 3, Mortal Kombat, the 2021 movie, dude.
Oh, the new one.
The new one.
Okay.
Now, don't get me wrong. The old ones, the nostalgia's there, but how far CGI and everything's come to have that movie brought to light to this day, dude, it was so good. And the way they introduced characters, the one they set up for the plot line to the next movie. I mean, we're getting Johnny Cage, baby. Next one, like.
Love some Johnny Cage.
Yeah, what a great way to, like, again, keep this franchise rolling. And also, like, Mortal Kombat 1 was coming out, the game. So, like, people were, also getting back into that. So, again, bringing that movie and video game together and creating a great franchise. That's got to be my number 3 right there.
I'm surprised you didn't go, like, the 90s version with
I did like the 90s version.
CGI. Maybe more of a cult classic than a good movie.
Yeah, exactly. I was
All
looking
right, my number 3. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
So, because I was looking, I don't have it on here, but Street Fighter. That was with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
He does the best splits, let me tell you.
So again, another cult classic. I don't think it was probably by far a great movie, but it was definitely it was good for its time.
I mean, whoever the actress was that played Cammy was hot.
Yeah.
So and that's a plus.
Big facts.
Wonder what Jean-Claude Van Damme's up to nowadays.
Just still kicking ass, taking names.
Probably doing splits for Volvo commercials.
That's true. Yeah.
Love that for him.
It's crazy.
Great commercial, by the way.
It is.
My number 3, Pokemon Detective Pikachu from 2019.
That was a good one.
Again, I think it was based off a 3DS game, so it wasn't completely like a novel idea, but casting Ryan Reynolds as the main voice of Pikachu, super good.
Yeah.
Because I feel like normally in the Pokemon franchise, Pikachu's like this kind of mousy, almost like girly Pokemon. Yeah. And then you go and give him a voice actor of a middle-aged man. Like, good comedy behind it. I would have personally liked to see a little bit more like the Pokemon aspect of it, but it was a good blend of CGI Pokemon with real-world implementation. So,
yeah.
I thought that was a good movie.
Had a great storyline to it too.
Yeah,
got you emotionally
You could jump
involved.
into that movie without being a Pokemon fan and appreciate it.
Correct. And let's just say that the CGI in that was fantastic as well. I mean, the Pokemon characters
he looks so fluffy.
Phenomenal. Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, that was your number 3, right?
My number 3.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. My number 2, Super Mario Brothers. I mean, dude, I love that movie. We saw it in theaters when it came out. Again, my son getting into gaming himself and being able to experience like Super Mario, and we played some of the old ones, and then being able to like, hey, let's go watch the movie. Again, good time for us. Just to enjoy some like family time together on things that we both enjoyed, and obviously the wife can be included in that because she liked Super Mario Brothers as well. So no, I think they did a fantastic job with casting on that. I know a lot of people were upset that it was going to be Chris Pratt being Mario. Like, he's not Italian.
Right.
But again, they had the throwbacks to the actual creator of Mario in there. So I think again, Chris Pratt did a fantastic job. Who's the dude from Always Sunny? Charlie Day.
Charlie Day.
Yeah, Charlie Day is Luigi. Like I enjoyed the hell out of that movie, and I'm super excited for what is it? Super Mario Galaxy, right? Is that the next one?
Yeah, the trailer just dropped this past week. That looks super good.
So super excited for that.
Heck yeah. For some reason, I feel like our number 2 and 1 are probably going to sync up here, but hey, shocker. My number 2 is Super Mario Brothers.
Oh, nice.
Again, you hit all the main points. Like, super good movie. Casting was super good. I mean, you have, Chris Pratt, Charlie Day, Jack Black. You have Seth Rogen in there. You have Anya Taylor-Joy in there. Like, the list goes on. It's super good. Again, I'm looking forward to the new movie.
Yeah.
Just based off the trailer, it seems like they're setting up a really good movie. But the other thing I want to add to why I think Super Mario Brothers does well, it doesn't try to establish the universe. It just drops you into a universe you already know.
Correct.
I think that's where some movies get caught up, where it's like, oh, we have to try to correlate this of how real world met this, and now all of a sudden it's creating this universe. Again, Pokemon Detective Pikachu, again, super good, where it just jumped you into a universe assuming you already know it. So that's where I think those movies did really well.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with that. And I know we're going to get to it later. Like, what do we want to see from more games that are coming to the big screen? But yeah, I think we'll have plenty to talk about on that. All right, so my number 1 is Sonic, dude. Oh my God.
Oh, shocker. Dude, it's so good.
It was so good. And, kudos to the studio for, when they first showed the trailer and they got so much shit for Sonic looking super weird. They're like, hey, you know what? We hear you. We're pulling back. And then they made Sonic look how he's supposed to look. Not only that, you have a star-studded lineup with that, too. I mean, Jim Carrey, come on. Let's anything with Jim Carrey, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, what, James Marsden, who's like the head role next to Sonic.
Yeah, the
guy who plays Tom.
Old Donut Lord.
Yeah, again, super good actor right there.
Yeah, but no, again, bring it back. Childhood memories of just, I played this game. Again, they didn't try to do anything out of the ordinary. It's just like, here's Sonic. This is his powers. He is a good guy. Here's a little bit of background. And then here you go. Here's Professor Eggman. That they're going to be.
Oh, Jim Carrey's so good with that.
Yeah, dude. And the fact that he improvised some of the stuff in that, it's just, again, it's classic Jim Carrey, where he can turn something small into like a very memorable moment. So
absolutely,
that's my number 1. And again, it's hard for me not to say that 2 and 3 isn't there. I just put just Sonic in general because, again, the third one might actually be better than the first one.
I don't know. I would probably agree with that, only because the third one has Keanu Reeves. Spoiler alert, my number 1 was also Sonic. So, yeah. But yeah, I think this was a great example of one of the first times you saw a studio kind of publicly shamed for a design option that they did.
Yeah.
First Sonic design was atrocious, terrifying, had way too many teeth.
Yeah.
But then they went down and they doubled back, redid all the CGI for the movie, redid the character design. If you're going to put through that much work, I think that already won over a lot of the audience, but they also have a good storyline behind it.
Very good storyline.
And it's an entertaining movie. Again, you could jump into that without having ever played a Sonic game and still enjoy the movie for what it is and understand what's going on, which I think they did really well with that.
Yeah. Yeah. What is it? And they did fantastic with the other models too, like Knuckles and Shadow,
Tails,
Shadow. Yeah, dude, they all look fantastic. So, and then obviously the robots that are in it too, they looked fantastic as well. Everything about the movie was gorgeous after they pulled back and all right, we got to listen to this feedback, because dude, if they didn't change that, I think that movie would have flopped, and I don't think we would have got a 2-3.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, going into that movie, you already saw what the box office was going to be like just based off the original design. So, yeah, they saved their own studio, but they also established a really good movie franchise. So, looking forward to see what comes out next for that.
Yeah, and I imagine we are going to get probably a 4 and a 5 for that, because if they're going to build up, hell, why not?
As long as they keep putting teasers at the end of each trailer, I can look forward to another movie.
Let's keep Keanu Reeves, baby. That's who we want.
Keanu Reeves is flawless.
He's a national treasure. National treasure, I say. All right, moving into our next. What's the worst one you remember?
I had I have a toss up between them, but I'm probably going to give it to the most recent Borderlands movie that came
Yeah.
out. And I know I said I wouldn't rate movies that I didn't watch, but I made it maybe half an hour through the movie and I honestly just turned it off because it just didn't hold my attention.
Yeah.
I'm a Borderlands snob, love the entire game franchise, but like the casting for the movie just didn't make sense. You have Kate Blanchett, who's like pushing her mid 50s playing Lilith,
Yeah.
who's the main character. And in the game, she's like maybe late 20s, early 30s.
Yeah.
You have Kevin Hart, who's supposed to be this serious soldier guy who's taller than Lilith, and they casted some guy who's 5 foot nothing and added as a comedic sort of relief, even though they already had Jack Black's Claptrap as a comedic relief.
Correct.
So the characters just didn't make sense. I don't think they did a good job establishing the universe. Half the movie was just filled in exposition in between scenes where it's just trying to explain what's going on instead of actually drawing out a story. So if I had to recast, put Terry Crews in that.
Oh
I feel
my
like he'd be a
God.
great role.
What a great cast call out there. Yeah, Terry Crews as a soldier. Yeah, absolutely.
Like, if you still want the comedic relief, Terry Crews is your guy, but like he also fits the build of like who Roland is in the game.
Yeah, but you hit it right on the head there. Like Claptrap, it has Jack Black, dude. That's plenty. That is plenty.
If you sign up Jack Black as your comedic relief, you shouldn't have any other. Like,
Yeah.
he can run a movie by itself. Case in point, Super Mario movie. Jack Black as Bowser, does amazing.
Yeah.
Peaches song, Grammy nominated.
Peaches. My
So
son
good.
hates when I sing that song. I think he hates it, but he secretly loves it.
love
What
it.
was your tie?
My tie was the Monster Hunter movie. I don't know how many people actually watched it, but again, Monster Hunter, super good franchise that I like to play. Had Mila Jovovich, whoever the Resident Evil lady is.
Yep.
Again,
Resident Evil was great, by the way. Let's get that.
It is. That's like an honorable mention for
Yeah.
good movies. But the way they played the movie was, hey, here's a game solely centered around beating the shit out of big monsters. Yeah, we're going to take all that and make like 2 minutes of screen time for the monster, and the rest is just going to be drama.
Yep.
And the plot point for that was, what was it? Military convoy gets swept up in like some sort of portal and dropped off in another universe.
Yep.
Like, that was the laziest cop out of how to implement that story I've ever seen.
Hey, guess what my number one worst movie was?
What's
Monster
that?
Hunter.
Oh, good choice. Good choice.
Yeah, again, I feel like they took the cheap route. They didn't invest in what the franchise was. Again,
It was a cash grab.
I played Monster Hunter a good bit, at least to know enough about the franchise. And I was just like, what the hell am I watching right now? I did not get to watch the Borderlands movie. And again, that probably would have been, I would have been right there with you as a tie for
You're
that.
not missing much.
Yeah, I saw the previews for it and I was just like, I don't know. Now, again, I should take the time and, invest and try to watch it just so I can give my own thoughts on it. Because I know, for example, the Minecraft movie got shit on, but people got to realize that movie was for kids. And I was like, this movie's so good. Like, it's not meant to be serious. Minecraft has very minimum story plot to it. It's just like, go in there, have fun, build shit, explore, kill the Ender Dragon. Like,
The fact they were even able to make a movie off of something that's
Yeah.
literally just like glorified Legos when you're playing in game.
Correct.
Like, that's impressive. But
again,
I'm
Jack
surprised
Black.
that didn't hit your top 5.
Dude, it was tough. It was tough. I felt like the ones that I have watched the most, and trust me, I've watched Minecraft a shit ton of times. We saw it in theater, and then we saw it at least 13 times at home already because Brayden's like, hey, Dad, let's watch Minecraft movie. I'm like, all right, let's do it.
Like, the plot's not going to change when you rewatch it, right?
Correct. Yeah. So it would be an honorable mention. It would definitely be in my top 10. That's for sure. Because again, I left off Uncharted, which was a fantastic movie. Again, Tom Holland and fucking Mark Wahlberg. Yeah. Who doesn't want to watch those guys? Yeah. What else did I leave off of here? Damn, there was one other one. Oh, I left Max Payne off. Again, Mark Wahlberg. I enjoyed that one. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. There's some good ones that definitely should have been on this list, but again, if we did a top 10, I would have fit all the ones that should be on that list there. So
The other cult classic I want to throw out there is Doom.
Yeah,
I had
Doom.
that on
Yeah,
my
Doom.
play.
Oh,
Yeah, with
Rock.
Carl Urban and The Rock. Like, I mean, the movie's like, I don't know, sci-fi horror action movie, so
Yeah.
still okay.
It,
But I mean, you put early 2000s Rock in a movie. That
I mean,
can you smell?
I mean, Scorpion King. God, back in the day when.
Oh, yikes! That's CGI though.
Yeah, that's CGI.
Maybe we'll have to make a future podcast of worst CGI
Oh,
movies. That'll be
you know
damn near
what's
number one.
you know what sucks about that is that the third Transformers movie could probably fall into that because the CGI and some of that was absolute ass, which sucks.
I could never get into the Transformers movie because I
Oh
feel like I
man,
never know what's going on. Because
yeah,
like the first movies were so mechanically like accurate that
yeah,
you're looking at it, you're like, all I see is scrap metal going up against one another. I don't even know who's winning.
yeah. So it got
But
like the CGI got pretty tough in the third one, when, especially when they were fighting someone. But dude, the first two of that movie were fantastic. Fun fact: I won a radio contest, first one ever, for tickets to go see Transformers, the second one.
did you?
Yep. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe this. Yep.
Hey, good for you.
Yeah, it was fun.
Was that still when Megan Fox was making the cut, or is that
Yeah,
after
that
they?
was so. Yeah, that was the second one. She got replaced the third one.
Which, what's her name? It's Whitney something who replaced her.
Yeah.
Also super.
Yeah, smoke show as well. Good for her.
Yeah. Good for her as well.
All right. So, what do we got here? All right, Nintendo's future for movies, because again, we've definitely highlighted one of their movies as far as Super Mario Brothers and how well they did with that one, casting, story. Again, just dropping you in. They have some future plans here. One, we got the Super Mario Galaxy movie coming out 2026, but they
Looking
already
great.
they already have the Legends of Zelda 2027. So two movies that, again, two franchises that I love dearly. I'm really interested to see how they keep portraying this, and I think if they keep following the same model that they have right now, they should have success with these movies.
Yeah, I mean, if there's one thing Nintendo knows how to do, it's how to capitalize off of a few characters that they make.
Yeah.
Again, Mario movie, now that that's seen success, I have no doubt that the next Galaxy movie will probably do just as good, if not better.
Yeah.
Legend of Zelda, I've always been kind of into the games, not super in depth, but like the lore's there, the story's there, so they definitely have a lot of criteria where they can make a movie from that. I'd just be curious to see if it has a production date out that far, if that comes to fruition.
Yeah. No, I'd be really interested to see how this all turns out. But again, I'm not sure if you got to see like their chart. It showed like, hey, these are the movies that are coming, and then they had 2 question marks at all. Did you see
Okay.
that caption? So it had
No.
obviously Super Mario Galaxy, it had Legends of Zelda, and then it had 2 more in the works. And the potential there, from what I'm hearing, is Donkey Kong or Luigi's Mansion. Which, again, if they make a Luigi's Mansion, hopefully they keep it with Charlie Day, so that we can tie it back
That'd be
in
good.
to the universe. Because I would hate to see you go a different direction for Luigi, considering now the fan base knows that he's in like Super Mario and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I'd imagine they'd do the same thing for Donkey Kong
Yeah,
because
Seth
they have
Rogen.
Seth Rogen
Yeah.
behind that, so he did really well in that first movie. Maybe it's just depending on the success of their next movie, which if it does really well, that kind of opens up that avenue for the spin-offs.
Yeah. So I would be really, really interested in seeing that. And then, what do you have here, Rise? This live action Elden Ring? Elden Ring?
So some other stuff that's in development right now. Elden Ring just announced a movie. Played a little bit into that game, but like again, super lore heavy. So I'd be curious what they do with that.
Yeah.
As of right now, I don't think there's any release date, but they are confirmed at least in talks of development.
Okay.
But the other thing that I saw while I was looking through some things, Street Fighter is apparently getting a movie next year.
Good
However,
old
I
Street
don't
Fighter.
think there's any trailer out for it. I would love to see Jean-Claude Van Damme come back.
Let's
That'd
go,
be
baby.
amazing. Like, take him out on the wheelchair. I don't know what his capabilities are to do splits anymore, but that would be awesome.
He's going to be a cameo at some point, probably. There's no way they make a Street Fighter and not have him a cameo at least, right?
Just make him an extra
Yeah, like
in the background somewhere.
something. I mean, yeah, again, with the fighting movies now that we have with Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter would be probably just as damn near good. I mean, hell. Why not, right?
Heck yeah.
I'm trying to think who
I'd
we
be
would
all
have
for
as
it.
all-stars on that.
Oh, and Street
Jake
Fighter.
Gyllenhaal, let's go. Get my boy signed. Because he did
Yeah, he could
Roadhouse just
do it.
recently. So, yeah.
Or just skip a step. Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
Get him in there.
He was also in the new Roadhouse.
That's
Yeah,
a great pick.
that is a great. I'm not hating on it. I don't know how his acting skills are, like, for a full
Not great.
movie.
Not great considering Roadhouse.
Yeah. No, that, again, I want to keep seeing movies being brought to or video games being brought to the big screen, which, again, segue into our next topic here. Let's switch these. What would we like to see?
What would we like to see come to the big screen?
Yep.
Is that just general movies or video games specifically?
I did video games specifically, but you can do whatever.
Okay. I'm going to cop out by not giving a specific answer, but I think the main thing to look at are any games built upon stories that you could make into like a good movie. And I'm not saying like generalize like, oh, here's a multiplayer game that has some single player elements and you follow that story. No, like look at things like The Last of Us. Look at things like the Uncharted series, which they managed to do. Those are very story heavy video games that could easily be made into movie.
Yeah.
As far as the top of my list, we played around with it with some TV shows. I think it's about time for a Halo movie.
Oh,
I think a very good in-depth Halo movie, maybe cover one of the games, could really get a lot of people on board. And as it stands, if they're already doing the combat evolved evolution, whatever it's called, that could be a great segue into getting a brand new generation of people interested in the movies again or the games.
Speaking of one of the worst, that could probably be up there as one of the worst
What's
TV
that?
shows that were made from movies. It's tough.
I don't know if it was like the nostalgia of Halo that was blinding me to it. I thought it was okay, but if you're going in there expecting to see like the story from the universe, it just hits on none of those marks.
Yeah.
Like just random people showing up, has random cross stories with random main characters, and you're just like, the whole game centered around Master Chief. Just give me like 3 hours straight of that, and that's all I need.
Yeah, and then sprinkle in other people as you go through. I don't need backstory and all these random people. I just need Master Chief.
Correct.
Again, I
Although
will say
I feel like they did. I think they did Cortana okay in that show.
yeah, Cortana was okay.
I don't think that was bad.
And I think the first season was better than the second season. Again,
Correct.
I
I'd agree.
still don't think we should have took off Master Chief's helmet though. So again, when you did that the first 30 fucking seconds into the show, it kind of sets your tone.
Although, you know what, I will give an honorable mention to the Halo like mini series Forward Unto Dawn.
Okay, yeah.
That was super good because it kind of covered like the cadet area of training people up into the military into that, and then all of a sudden it segues into a Covenant attack. You see Master Chief for the first time, and that's kind of where it ends. It's more of a cliffhanger establishing the story you already know.
Yeah.
I think that was good.
Yeah. An honorable mention there was too would be the first season of Last of Us. Fantastic TV series.
Oh.
Yeah.
Again, make that a movie, please.
So my movies that I would like to see are just TV shows in general come to the big screen. I would love to see another WoW be made. I'd really like to see somebody take that on and like really hit home on the story points. Maybe advertise it a little bit more too. Again, I think there is a big enough draw to bring this movie back to the States. Again, I know, like I said earlier, that overseas it did phenomenal. Here it did struggle a little bit, but dude, there's so many people that play that game, and I think if you really take your time to flesh out like a really good story for that, you could make a banging ass movie.
Yeah, I would agree. And kind of to what we were saying earlier, the main thing they need to do right with that is make it digestible for like everyday people.
Yeah.
Like make it so that maybe there is a little bit more exposition in some of the dialogue to give you backstory. Don't assume that
Everybody's
a lot of your clientele knows all the references that you're throwing in there.
Yeah.
First movie was great fantasy movie, but if there's no lack of story criteria that you can pull from World of Warcraft.
Facts. I have on here, and I think it's already being has the green light to go, is another Uncharted movie. I think they set that story up really well to segue into another one. And then here's
Hopefully with the same casting.
yeah, seriously. I think Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg would be all about that. So I know Tom Holland's probably wrapped up in Spider-Man right now because they are going to be filming that next one, or are filming that next one. So he's going to have his hands full with anything that Marvel has, and I imagine that's going to be tough for him because, I mean, Marvel's just going to make sure his schedule's free for whatever they need him for if it's Spider-Man.
It's a five million year contract with them.
Yeah. Oh, well, not only that, too. Like, if you remove Robert Downey Jr., which obviously he's back in the franchise as the villain, Doctor Doom, but I would say Tom Holland took that as Spider-Man. He is now the face of Marvel, like that lovable character everybody's going to want to go see. He's going to sell movies no matter what. So, like I said, I think Marvel's going to do whatever they can to be like, hey, you're going to be off the shelf for this long because you're going to be with us. So,
yeah, and I'd be curious because with all the Marvel franchises, they had all their main characters established back to back. So Captain America, Thor, Iron Man, Black Widow, Hulk. Now that all these guys are like actors, specifically, are getting older, I think now the younger generation of actors that they're bringing in are going to get the most screen time now and start to become the main faces that you're seeing, like Anthony Mackie, Tom Holland. Don't know what happened to Paul Rudd. He dropped off the face of the earth. No more Ant-Man movies.
He'll be back.
But yeah, I'll be curious if they start to focus on that generation a little bit more and then just call in the older cast as kind of callbacks, whether it's the Doctor Doom role or just random appearances.
Yeah. Sorry, I have a couple more on here. So wishful thinking here. So I would love to see a Destiny animated series or like a Destiny show, like a show. I think there's so much lore there that you could build a hell of a story. And again, I think it's going to be hard to make that a movie or like a live action. So I'd be cool with just like an anime series. Like
Here's what I want from that. I want what my conspiracy theory already is. That Halo and Destiny universe are already connected. And I want to see what happens at the end of Halo when the Flood takes over and it becomes the Hive and all civilization collapses and then all of a sudden it turns into Destiny.
That'd be pretty
Bungie, if you're listening to that, I want rights.
Copyright that. We're getting a lawsuit right now.
We're ending the podcast here so I can get a patent going.
I like it. And then this was in the works. I have not heard anything. And judging by the status of Ubisoft right now, The Division. Remember The Division was going to make a Netflix series with Jake Gyllenhaal?
It was supposed to be a show, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to be a show. And then it kind of just went dark.
I wonder if that flopped, speaking of bad movies, after the Assassin's Creed movie, because they had their name tied to that, and that didn't do well. So maybe they took back from the whole cinema area.
Yeah. But, I mean, I would love a Division TV show or movie, because, again, that has enough lore there, too. And, again, military, secret agents.
I was about to say, that's a safe, dude, very safe category.
You don't even have to have people that know shit about the franchise. That's going to sell regardless, because it's going to be, it's just an action movie. So, and then what was the last one here? The other Mortal Kombat movie. Again, they have the next one already coming out next year, beginning next year, I think. Within the next year. I'm ready for that one, so it's coming out.
I still need to get into Mortal Kombat. Again, I
have this adversity to...
No, because I have an adversity to fighting games. I suck at them. It's more just like button mash up until you get something out of it.
Yeah.
So I feel like I've never been able to get into the universe of that, only because I suck at the games. Yeah. So
I suck at them too. Just go into it as in, hey, I like video games. This is a video game. You'll appreciate it. I promise.
I think I'm also a little gun shy considering the 90s version. So I need to go into it with an open mind, not assuming like terrible plot line and cheesy characters.
Yeah, no, it's good, man. You'll definitely enjoy it, I promise. I wouldn't put a bad recommendation out there for you. All right.
I trust you.
Now, what do we want to see from these video game adaptations?
I mean, the main thing I want to see is kind of the area that we've been trending right now. Make them serious, make them good, not too over the top. But I think too many older movies, specifically like the original Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, were all these like really tongue-in-cheek movies, and it lost the seriousness of it because it was trying to convey the video game more than an actual plot line to a movie. And I think that's where you lose a lot of people and you get a lot of bad publicity behind the movie when you just try to force a video game down somebody's throats instead of forcing a movie and then adding those video game elements into it.
Yeah.
Again, perfect example. The Assassin's Creed movie flopped because it was just, well, here's a loose movie based around a video game instead of here's a great movie based around a video game. So that's really what's going to set things apart. But I think we're trending in the right direction with good movie adaptations.
Yeah.
Like, it used to be this super big niche where it's major studios, we're not touching anything video game related because we know it's going to flop. But I think really the success of some recent entries is starting to expand that horizon a little bit.
I think too, my biggest thing is that the people that are making these movies got to have some sort of context behind what the hell they're making. Like, are we just having producers that never even played the game before? I need them to take some careful consideration into this stuff and be like, who is my audience? Okay, so my audience is going to be these gamers that are hardcore into this franchise. They're going to critique everything. How can I get this, at least 95% accurate, and then you can sprinkle 5% in there, just random shit. And I tell you what, if you get to that 90 mark even, you're going to have a lot of people that are happy with that. Because again, what are we? We're stricklers for the storyline that you're making because we are invested in something else. We're invested in that game. Don't try to be like a Borderlands. Don't just absolutely shit the bed with the cast and then have absolutely no story to go along with it. It's just it was just a bad take on it. So I think that's my biggest highlight. Like, I definitely want these producers to have some sort of idea like what they're making. Like, again, for the Super Mario Brothers, again, they had the creator a part of that. Why not do that?
That's what you do.
That's what you do. And then just for as far as Sonic, they listen to their fans. They listen to the feedback. That was a good thing. I don't know how much they had outside influence on that, like the people that made the game, shit like that. I'm not sure if they had any say in it, but they were at least part of it. And again, as far as the Twisted Metal one that I have on here, again, they took enough from the actual video game to make it a great TV series. Again, is there random stuff in there? Is it supposed to be corny action? Yeah, absolutely. But it's fun. It is so fun.
Right.
So.
Yeah, and I think that's why we saw pretty good success from the Mario and Sonic movie. There's not enough lore there to screw up the movie that much.
Correct.
Like, Mario's lore is he's a plumber, he breaks bricks, he kills turtles. Like, as long as you get those elements in there, you made a pretty safe movie.
You got
Sonic's is go fast.
Yeah, go fast.
As long as you make sure he's going fast, you made a pretty good movie. So I think that's something that people have to be careful of the more in-depth the movie is with its lore. Like, I'll be curious how they do an Elden Ring movie with all the lore that's put into that, because it's kind of like a Destiny game where the lore is not explained to you explicitly. It's explained through the things that you pick up in the game, explained by some of the boss encounters. So trying to build a very direct lore based off of very indirect lore subjects is going to be difficult.
No. Facts. Again, we'll keep seeing these movies getting made again because we are heading in the right direction. We have had more good ones than we have bad ones recently. So, again, before it was just like stinker after stinker after stinker. So.
Oh yeah, it became a niche. Like, you release a video game movie, it's going to flop.
Like, oh god, here we go with this again. Yeah. And I think with the success from like The Last of Us on HBO, like, it's also going to open up for like TV series to be made from that too. Like, you got those big giants out there like HBO, Prime. Like, they have as much money as they want to make whatever they want to. So I'm excited. I'm excited definitely because got a trailer for Super Mario Galaxy looked dope. I'm really excited to see the cast and the story plot for Legend of Zelda. So,
also, random non-Nintendo movie. You see the new trailer for Toy Story coming out?
Oh, I did see that. Again, maybe I'm just a little old school. We could have probably stopped the 3, but
you could have. You definitely could have. But I mean, it's kind of cool though, because like for people like your son, now there's a new iteration of movies. You can still keep the interest there.
Yeah.
And the movies themselves are really tailored to us as the adult audience.
Correct.
Because like the first Toy Story follows Andy when he's a kid, and then it progresses into when he's in college, and then it progresses into now it's Bonnie with a brand new family and trying to establish that. So it's kind of a weird thing that they're doing, but still kind of effective, where they're getting the core audience they established 30 years ago when the movie came out with now their kids to keep that rolling. So
Yeah. And that's why Super Mario Brothers and Sonic did really well too. Like
they're timeless.
Parents grew up on this stuff. I mean, hell, most parents, if they ever started video gaming that are our age, what did they play? Probably Super Mario Brothers. It's a good shot in the dark that they played Super Mario.
Bring out the Tetris movie.
Oh,
I'm waiting for that.
That's gonna break box office records right there. Let's build blocks for 2.5 hours.
See what you did there? You break box office. Oh man.
Oh jeez.
That was a quality joke.
What do I got here? That's it.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. That will wrap our portion of movies up. We're going to jump into some gaming news here.
That's the only thing we're good at.
We got plenty of that coming up.
Sure do.
So let's hit the ground running right here with Destiny 2, baby.
Destiny 2.
Our favorites. We got Bungie just released a roadmap light. So it's just a content map for what's coming out in December and what's going to lead us into the, I guess, that saga's, I guess not saga, that updates update. I guess that's how I'll put it. That update.
Words are hard sometimes, you know.
And then they did announce that, hey, this is not the roadmap that we promised. The roadmap and the state of game is coming 2026, which everybody can finally ease a little bit, because the big speculation is they're done, they're shutting it down, and some of our favorite streamers just went on a family vacation to Washington, where Bungie's studio happens to be, without their actual families. It's kind of weird and a coincidence there. But I have faith in Bungie. Again, they're not going to shut the doors down on this. I think, again, what a lot of people speculated was Bungie needs to get Marathon out the door. March is supposedly the release date now. Sony said they plan on getting it out their physical quarter, which ends in March. They're going to get it out before that.
Right.
Again, I think once that's out the door, and that's either a success or a flop, which is going to be fucking hard with Arc Raiders, man. Arc Raiders is just grabbing everybody by the balls. So good.
Good until you lose all your shit.
That's true. Damn. I think that's going to be the big make it or break it for that game. I think, again, Destiny is the cash cow. They already said multi-year roadmap. Means it's not going anywhere, at least for a couple of years. But again, that game is still making money. I don't think we have anything more.
As long as the support's there, it's not going to go anywhere, which I really don't see Destiny going anywhere. If we're looking at right now, they're in their slump period.
Yeah.
They still have like 18,000 concurrent users every single day.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's not anywhere where Battlefield or Arc Raiders is, but we're also comparing games that came out within the last month to a game that's been established for 10 years.
Yeah.
Like, people are going to want to gravitate towards the newer things, and during the slumps of when those games are seeing things, people will switch back over. But I think right now it's really highlighting Destiny's down area, just because there are a lot of good games that came out this fall and people are just trying out new things. I don't think the love isn't there for the game, but we'll see.
Facts.
I'm excited. We'll segue into it, but with how Arc Raiders has been doing, I think that's really going to be good for Bungie right now, of capitalizing on the extraction shooter. Now, granted, now they're going to have to make sure they set out a really polished product with Marathon.
Facts.
Because they have a very strong competitor with Arc Raiders. Yeah. But bringing the extraction shooter mainstream, I think, like, other than maybe the Division with the Dark Zone stuff, Tarkov, like, it's been more of a niche category, but this is one of the first mainstream successes we've seen for the genre. So if I was Bungie, I'd be feeling pretty good that a lot of people are hyped up about this.
Yeah, and Tarkov, 1.0 just came out yesterday on Steam, from my understanding, or not, Friday, I guess, on Steam. So again, that had a big success launch there. Again, I know people were like, "Oh, the battle royale phase is dead," which I don't think the battle royale phase is dead. Let's get that out of the way. I think battle royales are always going to hold a place because it gives you that dopamine way better than regular pubs do. I'm sorry, I can only go in and play pubs for like an hour or two, and I'm like, all right, whatever. But that thrill of a BR, now people are getting a taste of like a pretty entry level extraction shooter with arc raiders. That extraction shooters could be that next, that a dopamine rush right there. But before we jump too far into the arc raiders here, let me just cover some of the Destiny stuff here. So we're obviously getting a campaign with Renegades, which again, this is going to tie into Edge of Fate and see how they keep, developing the 9. Again, I think that they did a fantastic job with Edge of Fate as far as storytelling went. The campaign, the area was kind of as far as like the missions, the storyline behind it, fantastic.
That was one of the best storylines.
That was one of the best storylines, and I don't care what anybody says. And the music too. Oh my gosh, Ikora with her dope ass afro. Oh god, she was smoking. By the way.
Hell yeah. 60s Ikora was a babe.
And then we got something called the Lawless Frontier activity. We're gonna get an exotic mission. We're gonna get a dungeon. Equilibrium, is it? Yeah, yep. Equilibrium. We're gonna get new weapon, the blasters. The essentially the lightsaber. We're gonna get that. So seasonal power. Jesus, I can talk. Seasonal power carries over now, so we're not gonna have a power reset, which is good because Sony in their last post, power is not a way to keep people interested. Power grinding is just, again, it's not sustainable. People aren't gonna like just grinding power for no incentive.
Unless you're our buddy Colin. God bless him. What we got here? Vault increasing 300, and also a new vault filtering feature, which looks pretty dope. Yeah, looks really good. So that was a lot more than what people were expecting. People were expecting like, hey, here's another 100, and we're gonna get by until we really figure out what we're gonna do here. But just that adding that 300, improved sorting, I think that was a great change. That was a great, hey, here's something to try to really hold you over until we really dive into this. A very big shocking one, and I'm not sure if you saw this yet or not, Rye. Universal exotic ornaments. So really,
if you have,
that comes as news.
If you have gauntlets, right?
Mm-hmm.
No matter what type of ornament you have, you can put it on that gauntlet. So any hunter gauntlets, any one, you can put on the one you're rocking.
Well, I got to double check this.
Yeah. So it was pretty.
Did they fucking steal my idea from the first episode? I feel like they stole it. They're sons of bitches.
They literally saw our podcast and said, we're stealing that.
Yep.
So, yeah. So that's a pretty freaking sweet change. So as long as you have the ornament unlocked, you can rock it. It is class specific still, so hunters can only rock hunters, but that's a good change. I think that's a huge W in my book.
It's almost like they're remembering they're an MMO.
Yeah.
Like, here's some really core concept of MMO games, and now we're implementing it maybe 10 years later, but still welcome quality of life updates.
Yeah. Returning player bonuses and rewards, 300 power level catch up. So from my understanding, I don't think it's going to be a chest anymore. You're just going to jump in, and the first set of pieces that you get will be 300.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure I read that correctly, which, again, that's good. I think that the faster you can get people back in and leveling up, again, because you don't want that power grind to be the essential thing to be chasing, I think that's going to be really good for their player base and their returning players.
100% agree.
Yeah, and then we're getting, obviously, new solo ops, new fire team ops, introducing arena ops as a 6-player activity. Pinnacle ops is returning, so we're getting Vox Obscure back, and more. And then on order systems, common, legendary, and exotic. So I didn't really get to read on that too much, but
More to come.
More to come.
Yeah.
And then yeah, just your basic stuff as far as like the stuff that we already got. Like we're gonna get the Dawn in, we're gonna get Arms Week again, Iron Banner, Heavy Metal, Call to Arms, and then bonus surges and more. So that
I'm excited to see what the future brings.
Again, you and I both know that yes, we are out there playing with our new shiny toy Arc Raiders, and it's beautiful and it's keeping our attention. But we know that once Destiny's new content comes out, we're gonna at least be grinding that out for some time. We'll sprinkle in the other stuff then.
Yeah, I mean the best way to put it is in restaurant terms. Arc Raiders and Battlefield, it's like a nice fine dining establishment.
Yeah.
You go there, you get your quality steak, but you're not eating there every day. Yeah. Destiny's my corner like dive bar. You can smoke in there. You can take lines of Coke off the table, and it's always going to be there for you. It's home.
Correct. So yeah, again, that's December 2nd. So dude, we are right around the corner. I can't believe it's already the 16th. It's wild.
Yeah, this year is flying by.
So again,
before you know it, GTA 6 might come out.
Damn it.
Let's not get carried away.
Let's not get carried away. Which we'll be talking about a little later. All right.
Ugh.
All right. Speaking of our shiny new ball, Arc Raiders.
Let me tell you about Stella Montes. Yikes. Cool. That new map, while aesthetically pleasing and one of the coolest maps I've played so far, is drenched in so much sweat. You slide through each hallway you walk through with just people craving PvP.
That is so hot.
It's extremely toasty right now.
Yeah.
But no, overall map design super cool. Like the fact that they did like a community event to unlock it, which by the way took forever for them to figure out.
Yeah.
But so far, the map itself is awesome. Multiple levels, completely different than all the outdoor environments that you're working with. For anyone playing Arc Raiders, like if you're in interiors of buildings, you kind of know how that feeling is, but it's a whole map like that.
Yeah.
So ran into teams that were awesome and wanted to explore together, and I ran into teams that were like shoot first, ask questions later.
Facts.
So it's a little bit of everyone right now, but I think everyone is going through the same experience dealing with this first map. So I've seen multiple articles of people just saying this is a free loadout only type of drop in. Don't even bother bringing in a main one. So we'll see how that progresses.
Dude, it is. I second that. It is sweaty. I don't think I got any nice people to work with in that map yet. And again, I'm not going to be upset about that. I see people complaining about it. This map blows. Everybody just wants to be cool and harassed. It's like, dude, the objective of the game is to loot stuff, high quality stuff, and get out before somebody steals it. That's the gameplay loop. Let's stop being such salty little titties about it. Let's just figure it out, okay? Go in with your free loadout, and then if you die, it's like, oh well, whatever. Or just get good. How about that? Just get good.
Which we are not.
But no, dude, the fact that we already got a new map in the game and it's only been out for a month is fantastic. And I like you said, I think it's so aesthetically pleasing. It's something that I've never really got to explore before, like in a game like this, like, or just in a game in general. Like, I love the idea of like this closed quarter in this building. Again, it does suck when you get
changes it up so much.
Yeah, like you definitely have to plan your strategy if you're going to go in there with loadouts, because if not, you're going to get ganked so bad.
Yeah.
But this gives me hope because again, I think all their maps are fantastic. Even Buried City, it tends to be a little bit sweatier. But man, it is so beautiful. And I can't wait to see what future maps look like. And then we're going to get the winter update, and all these maps are going to get snowy. But I don't know how they're going to do that with Buried City because it is in a desert.
Deserts can get snow. Not much, but they get some.
Oh, sandstorms.
I don't know if you noticed it when you were playing through any of the Stella Montes maps, but normal maps have like their day-night cycle. They have some thunderstorms thrown in their weather. Yeah. That map just has lights on or off.
Oh,
and
I did not get a nighttime one yet.
So when we ran through it the other day, and it was Mike Keegan, myself, we went in there and all the lights that are normally on are just off. So you literally can't see much up until you're using flashlights. And it's crazy to see how different the map was. We spawned in the same area 2 matches in a row. One was light, one was dark. I thought we were in a completely separate part of the map just because it's completely unrecognizable. It's crazy.
That is pretty cool.
Let me tell you, that's when people start sitting in corners and they're just waiting to hear movement.
Nice little rats, huh? The rats.
Oh yeah, and nocturnal rats at that.
Yeah. Again, I'm really excited for this game, and kudos to Embark Studios because again they just keep knocking it out of the park. And again, we don't have it on here, but they readjusted their store prices to make stuff lower after player feedback. Which again, I thought their prices were fine. Shit, I actually bought my first thing from the store the other day, and just they're just a studio that's listening and cares about what they made, and I appreciate that about them. So, and then segue in here to the player count, and this is definitely what reflects it. And I just got the Steam numbers here. I don't have everything, but the last I saw for everything was like 700,000.
Which is wild.
Which is crazy, yeah. Which I just looked at the Steam, and their peak was 449,610. So that's awesome, and it has not gone down. It's only been going up. So
after a month,
kudos to them, guys. I think it's just going to keep drawing people in, especially if they have new content rolling out, which they do. I think I have the content update right here. So the roadmap, I know this is down a little bit further, but we'll cover it since we're already talking about it now.
Yeah, also Destiny Studio, take some notes.
Yeah.
This is how you do a roadmap.
So again, we just got Salamantes, Community Unlock, new Arc, which by the way, the Shredder is wild. And then we got new gameplay items and new quests. So again, they already added that in there, and then we get Cold Snap in December. I don't know if they set a date out for this yet, but it just says December. But we're gonna get snowfall map conditions, the Flickering Flames event, Expedition Departure Window. I'm not sure what that is, and then new Raider deck and new quests. So again, they have their ducks in a row, that's for sure.
Absolutely. It just continues being a really polished experience, which I was hoping that it would be after how smooth their launch was.
Yeah.
Even now, like, you have 500,000 people playing. Servers are holding up. Queue times aren't bad. Ran into a slight hiccup the other night with just
Friday.
how many people were on. But even then, it was like, what, maybe 10 to 15 minutes of kind of weird server issues and then came back. So they've been doing really well with that.
Yeah. So gameplay loop, Rye. How do you like the gameplay loop?
I love it. I've seen a lot of controversy online behind it recently. I think there's a core group of PvE players and a core group of PvP players. And I think one side and the other are kind of arguing right now of, well, I think it's too sweaty. I think they need more PvE modes. They should have a no PvP mode. And then you have other people just kind of like, this is the core gameplay loop. You're supposed to be able to kill anything and everything. High risk, high reward. And I agree with that incentive. I think the only reason the game's as exciting as it is because there's always a risk of losing something.
Yeah.
After you get like half decent gear, and I'm not talking like end game gear, but like you start to be able to run green tier loadouts. I don't think the Archer is nearly as intimidating aside from like a couple units. Like what we randomly took out a Leaper last night when we were not even prepared to fight it.
Yeah.
Wasn't that hard.
Yeah, because I missed my Blaze Grenade because I suck.
It's not the Leaper that you're worried about in those moments. It's the teams watching you take down the Leaper. And I think that anticipation and the stress of that, you're calling in an elevator waiting to extract and you hear some noises around you. That's the part that really makes each round exciting. So yeah, does it suck to load in there and get smoked by a team and lose all your best loot as we did last night? Sure.
Yeah. But
it's also super rewarding when you have a team push you and you come out the other end and you sneak by with an extraction. So high risk, high reward.
Yeah, I'm gonna second that, right? I love the gameplay loop. Again, that's an extraction shooter. And I think what Embark's doing, and I think that they're probably gonna give some PvE players something eventually. I think what they're waiting to do is like, we're gonna get a big event where it can't be Raider versus Raider anymore. They're gonna be like, hey guys, you're gonna load into this thing and it's gonna be the hardest shit yet you do in this game. But the gear and stuff that you get out of this, you're gonna go back in and you're gonna risk it on PvP stuff. Again, you hit the nail right on the head. As far as like losing your stuff, it sucks. But that's this what an extraction shooter is. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh well, we need this, we need this. No, I got into extraction shooter because I knew what it was. So, like I said, I think they got plenty of stuff coming. Especially if we're getting a roadmap for every month, we'll be fine.
What are your thoughts on the free loadout?
Oh, I love the free loadout. So, this sucks because I want to talk to you about marathons so bad, and I can't.
No, you can't do it.
I can't.
That's how NDAs work.
Yeah. I love the free loadout. Let's just say that. I think it's a good incentive for when you're down bad and you're like, shit, I just got rolled over 16 times and I can't afford to lose any more shit. I gotta go in. With that being said, I think they could buff it just a little bit. Like I was telling you this last night, I think like one more shield recharger, like one more bandage, and maybe like 20 more ammo. That nothing dramatic, but something a little bit. So, but again, that's the free loadout, and I know what I'm going in with, so it's okay.
I think it's balanced pretty well because, like we were talking about last night, the fact that they have a skill tree that will now allow you to craft in the field is nice. We can go in with free loadouts, but if you find the right things, you can craft those extra materials you need. But I think it does kind of play a good balance of, all right, we'll give you this, but then you better focus on only looting what you need and getting out there and not trying to grief other people. I think if you start to increase the ammo count or increase the durability of what that class can go into, it might break the game a little bit because people are loading in too conveniently with items. So as of right now, I think it's right where it needs to be.
Okay.
But we'll see what that turns into as more maps come out, and obviously the players that are able to extract more, upgrade more, they will have the opportunity to load in with better crafted loot. But as it stands, it's still that high risk, high reward. All it takes is you ambushing one team, and just like that, you up your arsenal by 3 tiers.
Yeah.
So
I also do like the fact that if you go with a free loadout and you come back in, you can upgrade that free loadout for free through lands.
Yeah, you get to keep everything. Weapons, ammo. That's nice.
That is a very nice feature. So kudos again to them. So yeah, that's my opinion on it. I think a bump up just a tad bit. Like I said, nothing dramatic. I'm not sitting here like you need 5 bandages. You need 5. No, I get the purpose of a free loadout. But I get shocked one goddamn time by some little hornet, and
there goes the round.
And there goes my damn shields, and then Ryan's over here sticking me with his shield chargers because he can craft them. But yeah, I think just a minor touch there. But as far as gameplay loop, again, I wouldn't change nothing about the gameplay loop. I love it. And again, it's caught our attention that I think I'm damn near pushing 60 hours now, Ryan. You can't be far behind, if not even more than me now. Some of our other friends are damn near pushing 100 hours. So it's got our attention. It's got our attention. And it deserves to have our attention. Let's just get that out of the way. It deserves to have our attention because it is a great game.
I'll be interested to see what happens because I think the main focus of the game is now switching higher into the PvP area. I think when we first started out, it was very much cooperative, people feeling out the land. And I don't know if it's mistrust another group or just we now realize, oh, I can get a lot of good stuff off of some dead raiders. But I see a lot more people shoot first, ask questions later, and we just get into way more firefights. Yeah. So I know originally when like we were fighting the matriarch that other day, and holy crap, that thing was scary.
That thing was scary.
There's no way you're taking that down without collaborating with other people.
Correct.
So I'm wondering if out of necessity, that PvP sort of concept is going to be switched up by people being like, oh crap, the only way I can do this is to work with another team.
Yeah. No, that's a good call out. I said I think I still run into more friendlies on solos than I do trios.
Yeah, I think everyone's just terrified on solos, though.
I think everybody on solos is just trying to literally do quests, and people are more like, hey, don't shoot. Hey, I'm just trying to do something. And they're very open about it. Again, I think I only got screwed over twice in solos where the guy's like, yeah, I'm not going to shoot you, and then shoots me in the back. I'm like, all right, you're a coward. I think that's where the mistrust is coming in trios. A lot of people are like, yeah, we're cool. Like the guys that we encountered on the bridge. Oh, it's just me. Liar,
that
I see your boys back there.
Yeah.
So, again, that's the name of the game, baby. You either trust or you don't, and you go down in a fire. I mean, that's how it is. So,
yeah.
I think that trust will be built up when we get that big bad, essentially. I think the matriarch is that big bad, but I don't want to say the event's not happening enough around the map, but because we only been in it twice, right?
Yeah, 2 or 3
Yeah.
times.
So I think if we go in there, I imagine there's a bunch of people that are willing to work together. My thing is, what's that look like after we kill him? Does it turn into a bloodbath?
Correct.
Or does everybody, hey, listen, we'll get this side, you guys get this side, we're good, we'll go. So
And I think that's where maybe the hesitation to even try to fight the matriarch is coming in, because it's like even the queen itself intimidating, but now there's that blaze grenade trick where you can like one shot the queen by doing a couple in there.
yeah.
I don't think the ends justify the means to be, hey, here's a matriarch. It's going to be surrounded by a rocketeer, a bombardier, a bastion. And by the way, you also have other players that are just going to take random pop shots at you. So I don't think anyone's trying to really screw around with that just yet. But once the ends justify the means, I think we'll see a little bit more collaboration there.
Facts. Well, enough kudos to Arc Raiders, even though they deserve way, way more than what we're giving it.
Great game.
Battlefield 6. Take us
Battlefield
away.
6. So taking a little bit of a hiatus because my life just revolves around Arc Raiders right now. But new update coming out actually this week. In a couple days, we're getting the California Resistance update. So kind of going through this a little bit. We're going to get a new map out of it. A little bit of weapons tuning as well. I think the devs were kind of looking at some of the metas that have been going around. So got some community feedback on that. They're going to go through, kind of retune some of those metas to make it a little more even keel. And I'm sure they'll probably add some new weapons in there, but they've kind of been slowly churning and burning. I've enjoyed Red Sec. We just haven't played it that much.
Dude, bad timing for Battlefield. And I feel bad for them because, again, they deserve their flowers too, but bad timing that these two great games came out within a week of each other.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I think once Arc Raiders kind of, I don't want to say runs its course, but we're ready for something a little bit different, Battlefield will probably be that next call up for me again. Like, that was super fun running Red Sec. I'd be curious to see what happens when they start bringing in more maps, and once they do have that weapons tuning. So, but segueing out of that, the other thing was kind of, overall, I've seen some complaints over the map sizes, which I thought was kind of weird. People kind of saying like, oh, the maps are either too big or they're too small. I think they have a good variety in there personally. Like, they brought back some of the old ones. Nobody's going to say, oh, Operation Firestorm is too small. It takes like 20 years to cross the map. Did the other maps seem a little bit more clustered? Maybe, but I also feel like there's a healthy amount of engagement. You don't want to spend half the match running around. Like, if you have too much time in between engagements, I think the map's going to get boring. It's one thing if you're doing that in a battle royale. It's another thing if you're doing that in a fast-paced multiplayer. I think you do need that engagement there. I think right now the maps are offering that.
Yeah. Again, when we were playing it, I had no issues with the maps. Maybe the drawback there, and maybe this is coming from the hardcore Battlefield fans, like, some of the maps don't utilize all the vehicles, and maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I'm just speaking just hypothetically.
Sure.
But
I think the issue is just a lack of maps right now. I don't think it's the sizing as much as just the rotation. Because right now there's like maybe a 50-50 shot you get in a map that actually offers like jets or air support. A lot of it's like a lot of ground units. The one map that has the Brooklyn Bridge has a crap ton of ground units and for some reason helicopters, but since the bridge spans over the entire map, it's really hard to fly them in there. So
and again, I enjoyed the map, and I think the Battlefield, or the BR map is really good, and I can't wait to see what they expand on that. Again, you know my issue with the Battle Royale. I just think they need to add more loot to it, and I think that's a final piece that they need to touch up on that. Weapon tuning, again, I think they want this to be like, hey, you can use whatever you want to. Yes, there is going to be some things that have an advantage, but it's going to be class specific. So if you're sniping and you're using recon, yes, you're going to have a better feel for the sniper. And I love that. I don't want to have to chase the next meta gun. I don't want to have to do this, because that's what burnt me out on Call of Duty. The fact that I had to buy a different game and I had to level up this gun to compete in Warzone. It's just like, that's so mind numbing. I can't do that. Now, again, with Red Sec, I think sometimes the ground loot's better than your actual loadout. I mean, I'm cool with that. I can fight very well with ground loot.
The only thing I've really been using the loadouts for is if I'm having trouble finding the exact type of gun I want.
Yeah, correct.
So like if I'm running through there and I can't find a sniper rifle and I'm like, ooh, I know this last circle is going to be long range engagement. That's when that comes into play. But I like the fact that A, you can get things on the ground, but B, they have those upgrade kits.
Yeah.
So you can take something that's a piece of crap when you get it and just slowly upgrade it as you're going through the match to get like a really, really solid gun out of it.
Yeah. The only thing that I would like to see change with upgrade kits is let you choose your scope. I think that would be pretty sick. Because some of the scopes are absolutely cheeks.
Yeah, let's have a purple tier sniper rifle that has like a 2x scope on it.
I also hate when I have an SMG and it has like a longer sight on it that I don't need. I'm just like, come on.
What, you're not trying to snipe someone across the map with seriously. A P90?
But no. Again, I think Battlefield's heading in the right direction. I think we see that with their concurrent players. Again, that was still up at like 268,000 last time I checked, which is great. That was just on Steam. Again, that's not counting consoles, stuff like that, which again is going to have a great player base as well. Again, I would choose Battlefield over Call of Duty at this point.
Oh yeah,
so
big time. Then one last thing to hit on Battlefield is just their new breakthrough mode, which I don't know if you've had the opportunity to play through.
Is that the mode that came out with RedSec? It's like the team, and then you eliminate after you get, like, you have to chase down certain objectives and stuff like that?
Basically what it is it's kind of a game mode for more casual areas.
Okay.
I think it's kind of focused on a little bit of team and a little bit of bots.
Okay.
So it'll be a little bit of a mix of that. I think it's a good entry to get some people in there, especially people new to Battlefield.
Yeah.
As we'll talk about later, maybe there's another first-person shooter that's driving away its fan base. So if they can start to collect some of that with maybe a soft introduction to Battlefield instead of people jumping right in there, I think it's okay. Again, I've seen the most complaints out of the hardcore people being like, you need realistic military simulator. Like, get out of here. It's a video game. People want a realistic military simulation. They can go over and play Arma or something.
Sign up for the U.S. military. How about that? And you get the real life thing. No, I have no problem with that. And it's kind of, if they're putting bots in there, it kind of reminds me of Casual Warzone, which again we had a lot of fun in that too when we were playing it for a little bit. Again, it's fun for people that are literally casual players that are looking to have some fun and go in and have some easy kills. But also get somewhat of the experience as well. So again, a good entry level. I think you hit it right on the head there. Right. Moving on to World of Warcraft beta, baby. So player housing is arriving after 21 years of this game being out. Again, World of Warcraft is my favorite franchise on this planet. It's the best game ever made. No one's going to tell me differently. Understood? So with the player housing, there's going to be coming some monetization. And what is it? Hearthsteel currency.
Yeah, so imagine Silver in Destiny, but in WoW. I think the main question that comes to this, nobody's arguing that housing isn't a good update. I think a lot of people have been asking for this.
Yes.
From what I've seen all over like forums and threads, everybody's like, oh my gosh, finally. But it comes with this weird double-edged sword of here's a new kind of monetization that's going with it. And the main question that comes with this is, if you're already paying for a subscription-based game, is this fair? Is it needed? Like with Destiny, I can at least make the argument while they have very, very predatory monetization, it's still a free-to-play game, minus the expansions that you have to pay for. But WoW still has a monthly subscription that you have to go into, so is this fair to do that? Or is it more of they should have taken the route of, here's an extra $1 per month for your subscription, but all this stuff will be included.
Yeah. Again, when it comes to monetization, and again, I get it sucks because we are paying a monthly subscription. I am one of those people that pay a monthly subscription for a while. Here's the thing, people. You don't have to buy it. You do not have to purchase this currency. And I get it. There's going to be some shit behind it. And this is the part that sucks. There's going to be some stuff behind it that you're going to want, and you're going to be like, well, fuck, I don't want to pay for this. I wish there was another alternative as far as like, I shouldn't say I wish there was another alternative. What would be smart of WoW to do is say, hey, listen, you can buy this or you can grind something out to get this. Give an alternative. Because I can tell you this much. We have grinded out plenty of things in World of Warcraft because we're hardcore players. I am still grinding out for some mounts that I've been waiting for forever. So give us an option. Again, my thing to everybody is don't spend your money if you don't want to. Again, the best way for these companies to change their mind on stuff like this, if it's not moving. If it's not moving, they're going to look at it. They're going to readjust. Keep giving your feedback. That's the best thing to do. I'm going to still play it. I'm still going to, even if they raised it $1, if they raised it $2, if they raised it fucking $5, I'm still going to play World of Warcraft because, again, there's no other game out there that offers me the same experience as what they do. Player housing is a great feature that they added. Again, something that we've been waiting for forever. They tried it with like the garrison and stuff like that. I wasn't a big fan of the garrison. This is something that's like yours. It's going to be, you know, sentimental, precious. Kind of took it out of the New World book because you had player housing in that. I'm not going to let the currency thing change my mind. It's just a little bump in the road, but this is a great feature. Again, the currency, take it or leave it. So again, hopefully they say, yeah, hey, maybe you don't have to buy this, but you have to spend 20 hours on something to get this, whatever.
Yeah, and I think you hit it right there. I think the main thing that will be the determining factor for something like this, how grindy does it have to be if you don't pay for that?
Yeah.
I think if it's still obtainable, but you do have to put in a little extra work, cool. But I've seen plenty of games do it where it's like almost impossible for a realistic time frame for somebody to go in there without diving in 40 hours per week to play and get the things that they want. Yeah. So I don't foresee Blizzard being like that, but I've also seen $40 mounts come from them, so I'm a little bit on the cusp of they could play either way right now.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. So that's where I am. Again, I'm always going to play World of Warcraft. I'm not going to change my mind, but it's up to you guys if you want to spend the money on the monetization.
Catch me at my house. How about that?
Catch me at my house. Yeah, exactly. All right. Black Ops 7.
Hope you have the soundboard ready.
It's the biggest piece of dog shit.
Yeah, it is.
Hold on, wait.
It's the biggest piece of dog shit.
Wait, one more time.
It's the biggest piece of dog shit.
Out the cap.
What are we doing, Activision? I don't want to fucking fight 6-story tall fucking bosses. What?
I'm sure there's some story behind that, but yeah, I've seen that specific part of the campaign getting the most hate right now.
What the fuck are we doing? I mean,
yeah.
You guys make me want to kick myself in my balls. Like, the fact that your campaign looks like that, the fact that, from my understanding, that it's not even an offline campaign, it's strictly online. If you go idle too long, it makes you restart the mission.
Imagine getting kicks from a single-player campaign. Imagine. That's wild.
What are we
Although
doing?
I guess it's 4-player co-op.
Yeah. What are we doing? I mean, you guys are so far gone. It's unfortunate.
Here's my take on this. Either they're the most brilliant studio in the world and they said, hey, Battlefield 6 just came out. It's going to cater to all the people who want like a good war arcade sim game. Let's go the opposite direction. Or they're the most stupid company in the world by saying, hey, Battlefield 6 just came out for like an arcade war sim. Let's try to do that and just fail miserably.
Yeah. Battlefield, boots on the ground, fucking action, no celebs. Like, we're punching people in the mouth. We're having fun. We're flying jets. Let's add a 6-story giant boss to fight.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
It's the biggest piece of dog shit.
It is the biggest piece of dog shit. The fact that your guys' concurrent players only hit 90,000 for Black Ops 6, you deserve it. I'm sorry. Again, I'm trying to be nice. I want to see you guys succeed, but you guys are so fucking tone deaf. It's wild. It's wild.
I mean, my one question on here is like, is there a core group of people that actually are calling for this? Because like,
I don't know.
They're still hitting 90,000 people.
Yeah.
That's still a decent amount, but I mean, when you're talking Battlefield and Arc Raiders that have been out for months now, tripling, quadrupling that amount, they're doing something wrong.
Let's also talk about Embark only being a double A studio and fucking Activision being a triple A studio, and Embark putting out polished, stable server, beautiful games, and Activision putting out this dog shit. Like, again, 90,000 players is nothing to shake at. That's still really good. But you're just, I think at this point, you're just getting the brain dead, don't want to change anything up, don't want to try anything out Call of Duty players. Like, these are the people that go into Call of Duty and say, this is the best Call of Duty every single year. This is going to be great. Call of Duty's back. It's just like, guys, if you guys actually wanted to change in this studio, you'd be like, stop doing this or we're not going to buy it. I did not buy this year's Call of Duty because, again, I saw what they were putting out and I'm just like, we've been down this road. Again, I don't think any of my friends bought Call of Duty. Oh, no, sorry. One of them did.
Aside from one.
Aside from one. Again, it's the same people too. I get it. Like, I see a lot of the college streamers out there grinding out. And again, kudos to them. If that's what they want to play, enjoy it. But don't sit here and convince me that this is the best Call of Duty come back and tell me that Call of Duty's been back. Because it's not true. That campaign, that just online multiplayer, it just looked copied paste from every other year. You just slap some jetpacks on and you can do crazy jumps and now it's futuristic guns again. It's just like, okay. Yeah. I think what they really need to do, if I'm Activision, I'm saying we're not launching a game next year. We're going to literally step back and we're going to go back to the drawing board and we're going to reset this franchise completely. I'm sorry. When you came out with Modern Warfare 2019, that game was phenomenal. The story mode was phenomenal. The gunplay, phenomenal. Not too many people gave that game enough credit. If they would have built off of that momentum that they had, this franchise would have been in such a better place. But, sorry, the Black Ops franchise had such a good name tied to it. And I think it's just thrown out the window now at this point.
Yeah, and it's kind of tough to see because when I was in elementary school, middle school, anytime there was a Call of Duty release, especially following Modern Warfare, like the original OG one, that was like what you would consider GTA 6 now. There was so much hype behind it. Everybody was going to the midnight releases for it. Everybody was talking about it at school the next day. That's the only thing you worried about when you got home. And now it's just kind of like a in the background type of game. Sure, you have a fan base for it, but who are you really catering to? Like, you got your claim to fame by making kind of what Battlefield is now. They did Battlefield better than what Battlefield did at that point. Battlefield has now refined that product a little bit more, but they got into it from a serious military sort of gritty shooter, and now it's just completely lost that core.
Yeah, I don't know. One last time.
It's the biggest piece of dog shit.
That's where we'll close the Black Ops. On to a game that I do care about, and it sucks that it has once again been delayed, and we're talking about GTA 6. The ETA now is November 19th, 2026, previously May of 2026. Are these delays going to impact the community? I don't think so. I think people are just like, at this point, they show they're frustrated, and people that are like, well, they can just keep it. You're full of shit. Look at me. You're full of shit. You're going to buy the game, you're going to play it, and you're going to love it. Okay? You and I were talking about this off the pod, is that Rockstar can afford to delay this game. They know they're going to make their money. And they would rather delay this game and have it polished 100% with no hiccups than launch it with a chance for hiccups, because that in their mind is a bigger loss than what it would be launching it as good as what we know Rockstar games can be. So
I think at this point it's a little bit of a double-edged sword, though, because the longer this gets delayed, the more polished the product has to be to win people over.
Yeah.
If this keeps getting delayed as much as it has, and it releases half-assed, or hey, we have a working product but we're gonna have to put through 30 updates to make it like where we want to be, that's going to lose a lot of respect for whatever the future iterations are for Rockstar.
Yeah.
So I don't have any doubt because they really haven't had too much of a history of not putting out good
Correct.
product. But man, this needs to be the best game that was ever made with how much they're delaying it.
Yeah, the last bad PR I think Rockstar had is when they dropped the GTA collection for the Nintendo Switch, and it wasn't optimized and running correctly. And I'm like, all right, whatever, it's the Nintendo Switch.
When they want that third-party company to go through it.
Yeah, so like it is what it is. They fixed that, they came true, and it is now officially a Rockstar product. But again, it sucks. I wish almost they wouldn't have given us the release date previously. I think it would have been a good idea just to launch a trailer with no release date on there, launch the second trailer, and then had at least one release date on there. Because imagine if they said, hey, release date May 2026 on that second trailer. But then they come out and they're saying, all right, guys, listen, we got to delay it one time. I think that's a better look than saying, hey, we're delaying it. Hey, we're delaying it again. Again, I don't think it's going to get delayed again. I think this is it. Because this kind of lines up with how Red Dead Redemption was. And I forget who had it posted up there, but Red Dead Redemption was supposed to release in the spring. Got delayed to the fall. And it all worked out. I think this is our final date. I think this will be launch. Again, I don't know. Maybe this does deter some people from buying it, but I know it doesn't matter to me. Again, same way with Embark and with Arc Raiders when they said, hey, no, we're not releasing this game to October. I'd rather have game studios take their time and launch a good product. If I'm spending my money on it, I want a good product.
Yeah, I mean, my other question with this was kind of with how long this has been in production and how much work that they're throwing in it, are they releasing it on the right gen? Because, like, at this point, I think we're going to see PlayStation 6. We're going to see the next iteration of Xbox coming out here soon. Are they going to try the same thing they did with GTA 5, release it right towards the end of a cycle, and then all of a sudden people have to pre-purchase it again?
Oh, this is typical Rockstar fashion. Yeah. And you know what? All of our dumbasses are going to line up to buy it on the next gen.
I'm going to be $1,000 in for the next 3 iterations of GTA 6 I buy.
Sign me up. Sign me up. It is what it is. I guarantee. So we're probably looking at PlayStation 6 probably 2027. Probably next iteration of Xbox 2027. I bet summer of next year, 2026, we're going to get, this is what's coming for holidays of 2027. We're going to get GTA that fall. And then guess what? There's going to be console bundles of 2027 for PlayStation 5 or PlayStation 6, Xbox. I don't hate it. It is what it is. It is what it is. I bought Grand Theft Auto 5 so many fucking times. So it's just like, I'll be doing the same thing with GTA 6. Although, I'm probably not going to buy a PlayStation 6 or the next Xbox. So I'll play it on PlayStation 5. And then once it launches for PC, that'll be it. I won't need it for another console. So, unless there's some dramatic upgrade, which I doubt that it will be. Because, again, how advanced are our systems getting nowadays? I mean, you're splitting hairs at some point. There is no dramatic update anymore. So
just continual improvement.
Yeah. But, no.
We'll see. They know how to market it, though. Like, here's a $120 game. Now you're going to pay for it twice within a year's time.
Facts. It is what it is. But, well, Rye, anything that you'd like to add here? If not, this concludes episode 3.
Yeah, I mean, for anyone who does happen to watch this, feel free to comment on what you want to see. Like, again, movies were something that we got a little feedback from some people that we were talking to outside of this. But yeah, like any sort of media, probably stay away from sports for the most part because Steve Smith already gets paid enough for that. I don't need to give him a run for his money. But yeah, it was a good change up for this week. I'd like to see what else we can do. Yeah,
if anything, we'll probably something else that Ryan and I are very passionate about is music too. So we actually share a playlist on Spotify. So we might dabble in some music, but I think the movies were definitely a good segue into what this podcast could be. I think that we stuck with the video games because again it is relevant to our news and stuff like that, but I can see us going outside just video game movies as well. So yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Rye, I appreciate your time, brother. I appreciate sitting here
Thank
and
you.
chatting with you for an hour and 30. This seems to be our consistent time, baby, right around this
It
mark.
sure does.
So we'll catch you guys in 2 weeks. Until then, guys. Bye-bye.
Adios.